Robots are going to take over the world.
You talk too much.
How's it going?
Great. I think we should tell them why we are here.
Batana chahiye? Ladies and gentlemen,
In bringing to you the most ultimate badass show for men.
have you seen this intense face? It's hilarious.
Two sizes, 3.5 inch and 5.14 inches, 5.25 inches, 5 1/4. I forgot.
iPhone doesn't work, tilt it. Hoverboard doesn't work, tilt it. Girlfriend not listening to you, tilt her.
Siri, what do you think about Android?
I really couldn't say.
Rubber rolls!
Raw and masculine. Tech that makes you feel the heat. If it does not make you sweat and ensure the wind in your hair, what use is a muscle car? And why do you need a car when you've got a Thar? महिंद्रा ने 3 जून 1949 को पहली विली ओवरलैंड जीप बनाई थी अपने मैसगांव प्लांट में. First launched in 2010, Mahindra Thar finally gets its first ever major upgrade. #win. This beast now comes with a 2500cc CRDE heart, producing 105 bhp at 3800 rpm and a torque of 274 Newton meters. Mahindra Thar, it is rock solid and confident. It is my kind of a machine. I'm Ankit Vengurlekar, also known as Gadgetwala. And I'm off to meet the tech boy from Delhi, Bharat. It's about time we got together. It's about time we stepped up the game.
I got into the tech industry 5 years ago with iGyaan. I'm all about the good life. Discovery Sport is my kind of vehicle. It gives you a lot of luxury, it gives you a lot of power, and whether you're on the road or off, this vehicle doesn't seem to disappoint. 2016's Freelander is basically called the new Land Rover Discovery Sport. The front end gets this new beautiful headlamp cluster along with the iconic Land Rover grille. You get a panoramic sunroof and you get this intelligent drive shift controller, the knob that Land Rover has been using in their recent vehicles. You also get roll stability control and dynamic stability control. For comfort, you get an 8-inch touchscreen display. You also get push button start and lots of little convenient storage pockets. So while we were in the water or while we were going up a muddy track, it all seemed to be just alright. I review tech for a living and I love every moment of it. It's high time we venture into the technology industry and give it a new twist. We need to add class and we need the right attitude. We need to change this game and it needs to happen now. My name is Bharat Nagpal and I'm here to change this game.
Mr. Bharat Nagpal.
Mr. A.V.
How's it going?
It's going great, but I think we should tell them why we're here.
Are you sure?
I think I'm positive. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on the internet, me and Ankit are collaborating and bringing to you the most ultimate badass show for men.
And we're taking things up a notch. Trying to take the board out of the boardroom with 2 fun set of wheels for your office.
And we're going back in history using the time machine, bringing you tech that we think should have never gone off.
And what happened this day in a completely different time zone? What technology rocked our world? Welcome to Toyz.
You're saying the item?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time
For the list. So think about everything that you know about technology and then go back. Things that you want or things that you've lived through and should have existed even today, or you want them to exist because you have a history with them.
It's time to rewind and take a look at 10 things we wish never went away from our tech life.
At number 10,
Dial-up internet.
every time you wanted to connect to the internet, you had to dial this number, enter usernames and passwords, and then wait for that little sound of the sweet symphony.
Of connecting to the World Wide Web. That octave, it changed my life.
At number 9,
The typewriter. Nothing is remotely as romantic as the nostalgic typewriter.
well, the best thing about these typewriters was that there was no delete button. So you had to be really careful, and unlike Ankit,
Basically, both of us would be out of job because we never think before we talk.
all time.
Number 8 kicks in the video generation.
Well, if you went to the video library and you wanted to buy movies, you needed to have one of these at home. It's the VCR.
And of course, going to the video library and with a very straight face, asking for the very special video cassettes.
At number 7.
Kodak cameras and the phrase that defined the generation with Kodak moments.
That era of clicking pictures on the fly, not knowing what's going to come out at the end.
And 36 pictures in one reel was the 140 characters of that generation. It was epic. Number 6.
Well, it's the pagers. And if you were a professional, a doctor, or anybody out and about and wanted to stay in touch, you had one of these on your belt. And there was a time when you had to pay 15 rupees to send one message. Number 5.
The device that democratized music for everyone, the Ipod Classic.
Well, it also introduced the click wheel, the generation of changing music and increasing the volume on your device by just spinning your finger around on it.
Number 4.
The portable cassette player, aka the Walkman.
Fun fact, Walkman is of course Sony's proprietary name because it's their copyright. But as it happens in the world of technology, digital music players became synonymous with iPods and analog portable cassette players became synonymous with the Walkman.
At number 3.
The ultimate source of hours and hours of entertainment, the handheld brick game console.
Yes, you had the ultimate game on it. It was called Tetris. It was the old Candy Crush.
And almost the entire world was playing it. And on second position,
If you've been computing from the good old days and you needed to carry storage around, you needed one of these.
we are talking about the floppy disk.
They came in 2 sizes and held about 1 MB.
And that was a big deal.
At number 1,
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba!
finally,
The BAP of all phones ever.
the most iconic phone that defined the cell phone revolution, at least for us guys. It was the Nokia 3310. The most iconic phone from Nokia. It's still alive in our hearts and on the internet in memes. If you want to break a city, bring a 3310.
And this list would be incomplete without an honorable mention. So without much ado,
Well, it's the Bajaj Scooter.
it gave us the quintessential way of troubleshooting gadgets in our life, which is
Tilt them to the side.
just tilt it. iPhone doesn't work, tilt it. Hoverboard doesn't work, tilt it. Girlfriend not listening to you, tilt her. So what is a Segway? रिक्शा पता है? 3 पहिए होते हैं और एक बहुत ही एडवेंचरस शूमाकर अपने आप को समझने वाला भोजपुरी गाने झंकार बीट्स चलाने वाला ड्राइवर होता है। वो निकाल दीजिए, झंकार बीट्स निकाल दीजिए, भोजपुरी साउंड ट्रैक निकाल दीजिए, एक और पहिया निकाल दीजिए, बचेंगे 2 पहिए। अब इन 2 पहियों को आपको थोड़ा सा क्रंच अप करना है, उसमें एक बड़ी सी डंडी डालनी है, उसके ऊपर एक हैंडल डालना है, एक इलेक्ट्रिकल बैटरी उसके अंदर घुसानी है और चार्जिंग केबल। What you have is a Segway, जो मेरे मुताबिक हमारे जनरेशन की one of the most incredible sci-fi inventions है, जब 2001 में डीन केमन ने इसे इजाद किया था। Today Segways are popular from Silicon Valley to bird parks to theme parks to amusement parks and of course मुंबई की सड़कों पे भी आप Segway rides कर सकते हैं। It has become a massive tourist attraction.
So think about everything that Ankit has been telling you about a Segway and make it compact, lightweight, and easy to use. That's a hoverboard. The technology is more or less the same. You get a 15-kilometer range with just a 3-hour charge, and that is fantastic, and that makes this device really portable and amazing.
So these are the top 4 Gadgetwala reasons why Segways kick some serious ass and hoverboards don't even stand a chance. Number 1, engineering and physics. These 2 wheels are self-balancing. आप गिर नहीं सकते इसमें से unless you are really drunk.
These are really cheap. You can get them for 8,000, 9,000 rupees.
It's the ultimate American innovation dream. ये चाइना में फेक माल नहीं मिलेगा आपको और कोई नहीं बनाता है Segway कंपनी छोड़ के।
They save the environment. You can use these with electricity. You can charge them. The batteries don't need to be changed at all.
So Segways are eco-friendly, they are kifaiti, and they are the pinnacle of cool.
Now they're also available with speakers inbuilt, so if you can send music to this while you're riding on it, keep your hands free. You're not holding on to handles. You're not feeling like a grandma, like Ankit is a grandma.
Well, Ankit was hell-bent on proving to me that the Segway was a better choice. We decided to put this to the test. And what better way than to go across and do a race within the Fame office.
Everyone knew I would win.
46 seconds was your time and my time clock was
46.
52 seconds.
Yeah.
But you know what? I still think that the Segway is the best personal commute device because it's a lot more stable, it's a lot more secure, and very easy to maneuver, very less learning curve.
Only 20 times the size, 20 times the price, 20 times the weight. Actually not, 5 times the weight.
Hence only for a select few. It's not for everybody. China का माल तो कोई भी ले सकता है. इसमें क्या बड़ी बात है? And it's time for this day.
That year, today is the 12th October 2015.
But we are rewinding back to 1988.
The producers of the series are regrettably aware of this episode not being uploaded on the scheduled date, i.e., 12th of October. We cross our hearts and promise to die. Well, figuratively speaking, of course. From now on, we promise we will stick to the right date for this day that year. Scout's honor. Mummy kasam.
Where on the 12th of October, a pretty big deal happened in the world of personal computing.
So Steve Jobs had already quit Apple or was let go from Apple and he started his own company called Next Computers.
और फायर क्यों किया था? Because जनाब बहुत ज़्यादा पैसे blow up कर रहे थे on developing Apple's next big computer. Technology and the personal computer that Next launched on this very day, the first one, which was called the Cube, led the path for further developments in the personal computing space.
Later on, when Apple acquired Next Computers, all of this technology came to be a part of the new iMac series that you use today.
Now, this personal computer had some crazy innovations, including an optical storage disk drive. Yeah, I mean, how retro is that? A built-in digital signal processor for voice recognition. And the coolest thing is the man who invented the World Wide Web, Tim Berners-Lee, founded the World Wide Web on a Next computer.
Well, Ankit, what do you think about the new iPhone?
You know what I think about iPhones, Bharat. Let's not go there. Let us not go there.
Siri, what do you think about Android?
I really couldn't say.
I guess that settles it for now.
This was our first episode of Toyz.
We hope you really loved our toys as much as we loved having fun with them. Show some love in the comment section.
Make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and leave comments and share it with your friends.
Absolutely. Until we come back again with a whole new bunch of toys, keep watching Fame Tech.